Feed me. Feed me more. Feed me more. Feed me more. Feed me more. The Ryback Show starts now. Welcome to the Ryback Show. I'm your host, the big guy Ryback. Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Streaming live on Instagram and TikTok, the big guy RYBACK22. Thank you guys over on the live streams over there. We are streaming live on YouTube at RYBACK30. Super chats are always greatly appreciated. If you've got a question, we'll pull it up in between taking calls over here, guys. Also going live, Facebook, Ryback Reeves, and Twitch at Ryback Rules. We are here on X Spaces. At Ryback over on X Spaces, the People's Podcast. If you guys want to call in, guys, follow me on X, Twitter, at Ryback. Hit the request to join show. When you click onto the Ryback Show, you'll see it X Spaces. It looks a little different than a regular tweet or X, whatever we're calling that thing. And you could join in. You could also listen over there. But if you want to be a part of this show, guys, health, fitness, supplementation, pro wrestling, sports, and anything and everything in between. This show is available on all podcast platforms. iTunes reviews are greatly appreciated. If you've got a moment to leave a star rating and write a review on iTunes, guys, thank you very much. It helps the cause on the audio platform very much. This show is brought to you by Feed Me More Nutrition, my premium supplement line, sweet with stevia and monk fruit. No harmful artificial sweeteners or colors for all people, men and women, he, she, and thee. FeedMeMore.com. Save 20%. Discount code FEEDME20, FeedMe20. 20% off all Ryback merch, drinkware accessories, workout accessories, and the best supplements on the planet. Guys, and you get a free shaker bottle with all orders. Just select it as your free gift when you're adding the items to your cart. That will pop up. I want that free shaker, and it will be added to your cart. No charge. Compliments of the big guy Ryback on there. Good to see all of you guys today. We've also got to do a little plug. We've got my League of Fire, guys, Ryback Pepper Slam Chug Challenge. If you want to see how mentally tough you are, if you think you can handle hot sauces, guys, you get 2 free trading cards. These little cards come with it. And it's over at leagueoffire.com. You guys go to League of Fire. It's on the homepage right there, the Ryback Pepper Slam Chug Challenge. Record it, put it on social media, follow the rules that come with the challenge, and we will share it and tag you in it and shout you out for doing it. So check that out, leagueoffire.com. Also, going to be having Rick Bassman handling all bookings moving forward in different things, appearances. I will be doing the Icons of Wrestling in Philadelphia and later in October. That one for making up for the one we had to cancel with everything going on previously the last few months with all of that. So we will be doing that one, making up that event, and start taking some things here and there moving forward with everything, and until we can get cleared, and then get moving forward. But Rick will be handling all that, and I'll put that email in the description. I've got to update everything. I've got the email off the top of my head. I don't want to get it wrong. I think I know it, but I'm going to wait. It'll be in the description and then post it in the comments as well over on YouTube afterwards. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Thank you. Appreciate all the love and support. Welcome from Malaysia. Always very cool. We have people all around the world that always can tune in, and I thank you guys greatly. Thank you very much, saying you've been a huge fan since that match against the Authority. That was a good little angle with everything on there. Hello, hello. All right, just taking a look. Appreciate everybody joining on TikTok and IG as well. TikTok. The last few shows, the lives, have not been getting distributed out, unfortunately. Whereas usually we get a lot of views on there. The last few, there's been some crazy things going on, but it's just a continuation of everything. So with all that, but let's get going, guys. Bring on some callers. See our man Seany in here. We're going to kick off the show with Seany today. We starting off hot. We only can go down from there. Let's get him on. Seany.
I'm shirtless and I'm ready to go. All right, let's go.
Did you say you're shirtless?
If I stood next to the what's that guy who eats the liver king?
Oh, Liver King, yeah.
Oh my God, you would be like, yo, how does that guy got these guns, baby?
You got the beard though. I feel like he really should probably change it up a little bit, because like he did all these things and he came out. He told everybody he's natural for all these years, and then he's taking like $25,000 or $30,000 worth of drugs every month. Like the complete opposite of like not even like remotely close. But I feel like if he had like a guy like Seany on the show with him, like doing challenges and like, you know, just eating a non-ancestral way, that it would be.
I had those. Happy Tuesday, big guy. By the way.
Oh, you too. Thank you, bud.
I had those dippers that you got from Taco Bell last night.
Oh yeah, how'd you like them?
Oh man, it was delicious, man. It was a little messy. So like, if anybody goes to try it, like make sure you have napkins with you. But it was very, very cheesy, and it was good. I got 3 of them, and two made me stuffed. Like I had 2 of them.
But they're not that big. I actually, were they almost $5 for you also over there?
Yes, yeah, they are. Yes, I got 3 of them and a medium Mountain Dew. It came out to like almost $19.
That's it's ridiculous how because Taco Bell. I have memories of being in when I lived in Louisville and when I was younger, and like going there after a night out, or like and just being able to load up like a $20 bill would get you bags of food. I feel like
yes, of course. And the 2 big spots after a drunk night out was White Castle and Taco Bell.
Yeah,
and we call them belly bombers here, the White Castle burgers. And oh my God, I swear to God, big guy, I have a friend. We call him J-Pa. He can eat a whole crave case of burger. I've seen it live. Like I went.
How many come in? That's the mini sliders, right, from White Castle?
Yes. It was.
Isn't those like 30 of those or something?
Yes, it's like 30 of them. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. So the crave case. Let's see. I don't know. It's a lot, big guy. It's. I'm telling you, it's at least 30.
I feel like 30's 25 or 30 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, and he literally ate it right in front of me, and I'm like, yo, like, you don't feel like you're gonna die right now? I had like 9 of them, and I was like, literally, like, I felt the diabetes in my blood.
I wish you would have recorded that and uploaded it to YouTube without his permission. Just your friend drunkenly just eating 30 and then people just talking trash to him online.
So it's 30 sliders, big guy.
Man.
And we did it. We drove home after a softball game one day, and he was like, "Oh, let's get White Castle." So I'm like, "All right, cool." He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "All right, can I get a crave case?" And I'm like, "Oh, we'll split it, right? Like, you know, whatever." And he's like, "No, bro, this is for me." And I'm like, "What?" And bro, he ate everything. He got a milkshake. I'm like, "Yo, this is insane!" Like,
what's he doing? The OMAD diet, just 1 meal a day? That's. He goes to town for that 1 meal, and then he's fasting the rest.
I mean he's not like you wouldn't look at him and be like, oh my God, he's obese, but he's a bigger dude for sure, you know?
Yeah.
And like I would just never guess a human could eat 30 of them. Like I know they're small and stuff, but like they fill you up eventually. You know?
Yeah,
like,
man, it's always amazed me how some people are really small and can eat just superhuman amounts of food. And then like there's people like I've been around like Big Show and them, and he ate very little. Like it wasn't like this huge eater, and he would like look at me with my mountains of food, and he would like I'd walk to the table with a mountain of steak and chicken and vegetables or like on my plate, and he would just look at, not even kidding, they would look and they were just like in disgust almost. And I'm like, it takes work to be a big guy, man.
It's envy. I don't think it's disgust. It's envy that you get to eat like that and you look good.
But I always knew how to separate my nutrients. Like if I would eat a big portion of protein and fat, I wasn't, bombarding myself with carbs and like.
Yeah, you work for your body, obviously.
Yeah, but the training and train for 3 hours a day. A lot of people. That was one of the big reasons why, that was one of the big reasons why I stopped riding with people. because I didn't, I needed to go work out. I was like, and not, people have no understanding of what it takes to look this way without being able to like abuse drugs. You have to work like crazy. And on TRT, HRT, like been clarify that from since 28. You have to work though. Like I can't just go to the gym and do what like everybody else does and then not and expect to look like me. Like I have to do like a lot on it. And it's so a lot of the guys that would always like they like to go to the gym, but it wasn't like it wasn't they'd go for 45 minutes or an hour, like, and then they would just, it wasn't orchestrated well. Or if somebody was late getting down in the hotel, like your workout time would be cut short. And I was just like, no, this is non-negotiable for me. And like
you're relying on other people.
Yeah. And like I needed plus stretching, and like when you're injured, like I had all my back stuff, and like I needed to warm up and make sure that I was like good to get through the day. And like it was, so I just, that was one of the big things I remember where I was like, I'm gonna ride on my own and invest in like in my body and my health for that, because so I can like put literally 3 hours. I would devote 3 hours.
I know we talked about that WWE didn't pay for any of that stuff, and you guys pay it out of pocket. But did they reimburse you for that? Like, did you get like, or do you just write it off on your taxes?
You just write it off. It's road expenses.
Got it.
With that, which is I've talked about that. Like the road expenses are, I can't even imagine what they are for the talents now.
Oh my God! Imagine now. Forget about it, bro.
With everything, like it was ridiculous then. And like, you know, and I chose to ride on my own. So I'm not splitting gas in cars with anyone. And that was by choice. And it was, it was for my peace of mind. And that kept me sane so that I didn't have to deal with all the BS. Like once the shows are over, it was just like Quietville. Like you can just listen to my audiobooks, learn about business, think about life, and like, and not have eat where I want to eat, work out, you know, in the morning. If I want to sleep in an extra hour, I could sleep it. Like I could listen to my body, and like I was in control. And plus I was making good money. So it wasn't like, it wasn't whatever. But when you have everybody else factored in, it does save money though. But your peace of mind can also be sacrificed for that, because you're constantly around people and can't shut down. So
yeah, I always like, I'm very, very like, I need my own space.
Same.
Like I call like, and it's funny because like when I tell people that like, I'm an extroverted introvert. That's what I call myself. Like, so I can go out in the world and communicate with people and be outgoing. But when I do that, I have to have recharge time. Like, I have to have like, big guy, I'm not even lying. Like when I come home, like this Saturday, we're going to Calhoun's.
And over in Boston.
In Boston, yes. So Cardona and Myers, they have live shows for the podcast people, and we go to the live show, and they bring out guests and stuff, and it's this weekend. And usually when we're in Calhoun's, they bring out like Senior. Is usually there, and the Cena's music goes off, and we all start yelling, "John Cena's dad!" John Cena's
His dad was always really nice to me. I met them once after a Boston show or a show. We had to go through Boston. I stopped for gas, and I don't think they were at the show, but it was like his mom and dad. They were at a gas pump next to me, and we talked for quite a while. It was like it was the most random thing.
That's crazy.
But like,
you didn't even meet him at an event or anything. It was
not his mom, not the whatever this was. It was at some gas station, and like I was completely taken aback. But like his dad I'd met at the shows before, and his dad was always really nice to me with everything.
His dad is a sweetheart.
Yeah, like, his dad seems like a really good guy.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Calhoun's is a Chinese restaurant. It's the best Chinese food I've ever had in my life, hands down. And this guy named Andy owns it, and it's basically where all the wrestlers go. Like
that MJF segment was there with Adam Cole, actually filmed there.
Yes, exactly, big guy. Yes. So and it's literally big guy. My first time there was last year. We had a live show again last year, and this is going to be my second time there. The food is like, do you have any stories from Calhoun's?
I mean, I've been there a bunch. They would just always we would always get the Red Roof Inn, try to get that hotel.
That's where we stay.
Yeah.
That's where we stay.
Many nights in that Red Roof Inn. And then you can walk over and have drinks because you're not driving and and eat, and they would hook you up and give you everything you want. You just tip them well. You end up you just tip them, $100 100 or whatever, 100 and something, like, so because you eat so much and drink so much. But yeah,
it's family style. So, bro, when they first brought me out my plate, I was like, this is like a joke, right? Like, I'm like, there's no way. I had so much food on my plate. I literally brought like a big doggy plate home, and I swear to God, I was like, this food is so good. And it was the best General Tso's chicken I ever had with fried rice in my life.
I recommend anybody that's in that area, that Saugus area, that man, when I think of Boston, the TD Garden Arena, and then that street, and me and Ziegler used to always go to a Hooters, which somebody told me is not there anymore on that road. And that, which is devastating to me, because many a nights after a SmackDown
you spent there.
Yeah, it was either Kowloon's or Hooters every time. Like it was nothing. That was it. There were other restaurants, but those were the two, like, for all the years. So
they had Andy. For some reason, like, one of the guests was running late, and they had Andy go up on stage. Andy's the owner. He's like an Asian guy, and he was telling stories for like 20 minutes. And I was thinking in my head, imagine if they did a documentary on this guy, the stories that he has. Like, they've been around forever, like since the Hogan days. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Imagine the stories that this guy has.
You know, like, what I instantly just thought of when you said that, though, is a Netflix special with this, of different episodes, with this guy narrating and then doing the cartoon, like little videos of like the wrestlers.
The reenactments.
The reenactment.
That would be awesome.
If that was on Netflix and it was like a 5 or 10 show series, I'd watch the entire thing.
Bro, it would be huge, I'm telling you. And obviously, like, the boys trust him because he doesn't out them and stuff.
Until that Netflix special.
Until Netflix comes with $100 bills, you know?
Andy, call me. Let's go into business, brother. We'll...
I have an update on my friend John sent me an update on the Wander Franco stuff. So,
oh wow, yeah.
Per sources, the relationship that Wander had with this girl from his native hometown was when he was also underage at 17 and she was 13. The relationship was approved by her family then. Franco stopped the relationship before he turned 18 and would not go visit her until she turned 18. She is now 19 and with a daughter almost 2 years old, and that is not Franco's daughter. She wanted $200K and a Mercedes-Benz from Franco. Franco refused to do this, prompting her to start this scandal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my friend John Pena, who listens, he sent me that.
I hope that if that is the truth on that gets broadcasted and like in no damn, like the problem is like that's how the media and everything is. Like that guy, like there's people that are gonna hate that guy now for forever.
Yes.
And not even listen to anything. If that is in fact.
Exactly. That's why there has to be, like, listen, I know there's like messed up men out there that do crazy stuff.
Tons of
but like there's also messed up women out there, and they need to pay the piper when they lie.
Yeah.
You know, like and we don't know the whole story, obviously, but if that is true, then
exactly.
there has to be something, you know, like I always thought about that with Michael Jackson. Like I always thought, like, I love Michael Jackson's music and stuff. And growing up, like I always was like, oh, he was a pedophile. Then when I got older, like I actually researched this stuff, and like so many people lied, and their parents told them to lie just because he had so much money.
The media was after him though. There's a lot more to all of that, and like none of us. I'm not going to ever to know the exact truth, but you look into it more on it, and you start seeing. But we know the way the world works.
Yes.
And he pissed off a lot of people with things, and he had a lot of money and was trying. And it was like, it's a messed up world. It is.
Like,
I think we need more. We need
somebody's life.
It even like I watch and I see the things going on like, you know, I hate seeing it, but like they'll show up on TikTok, and you know the 30 African Americans robbing one of the mall stores, and or like somebody in Walgreens with a blowtorch, and like. I really think though we need more severe repercussions in our law in our system.
Yeah.
And like I've always said, I go, it almost needs to be medieval, like with the steal, you lose a hand. Like there needs to be real things, and it's as crazy as it is, because right now where we're going, it's getting dangerous and more dangerous because people aren't fearing the repercussions.
Bro, in India, and I'm not saying that we have to be like that 100%, but I do agree that we need more severe
just needs to be more, yeah, it's something.
Because, like, in India, nobody, like, I'm telling you, the only people they steal from is, like, the visitors and stuff, but they will never steal from a local because they know their hand's going to get chopped off.
No, but that's a real thing where it's like, why are we defending this? And like I see these situations, it's like, I wish when I see that, I was like, man, I wish that would happen when I'm in the store. I would just grab one person and run them to the back of the store and have my way and hold them until, and like make sure that one person understood that, like, people we're gonna fight back. But like if somebody were to do that on tape and like fight back and stop these people, they would probably face more severe repercussions than the people. Like, and this is where it's completely out of hand with it.
Yeah, and that's how I looked at when I was a kid, and like a group of kids would jump me or something. I would always go at one person and make sure that I put them in the hospital.
Yeah, that's you just go for the one. You just make sure that one knows.
Yeah, because you can't fight 10 kids.
No, but I was watching the video of the 30 people in the mall store, and I've seen a bunch of these videos, and I'm just like, but also there's not a lot of 300-pound gorillas just standing by in the video. Also, I'm just like, I would just grab one of them and just manhandle them all the way to the back of the store, away from their friends, and just start swinging them into the walls, and just like a snake, grab it and just whack all through the racks, like power bombing them over and over. I would make sure that one person was in such bad shape by the time the cops got there, but it wouldn't be traced to me. I would be able.
Imagine if you held them down and I gave him the stinky face.
But he's gonna go back to his friends at some point, and they're like, "It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. No, we got to change our ways."
Man. That makes me crack up so much. I started watching this new show, big guy. It's called Ted Lasso. It's not a new show, but I haven't watched it until today. And I watched the first 5 episodes, and it's about this soccer coach. It's on Apple TV, and it's about this soccer coach who he's not a soccer coach. He's a football coach in America. And this lady and her husband own a soccer team in the UK, and they get divorced, and she ends up with the team. And her husband loves this soccer team, and to get her husband back, she wants the soccer team to do terrible. So she hires this American football coach to coach the soccer team, thinking that he's going to suck, right? And there was this quote in there that I saved that I thought was hysterical. And so there's a reporter in Ted Lasso following him around to get a story, and he says to the reporter, "You know what you remind me of?" And the reporter goes, "What?" He goes, "One of those robot vacuums, like the Zumba, because you just follow us around and collect dirt." It reminded me of the DirtSheets. Like,
it's people. I see whenever people post stuff, and then I have to just block, new accounts that like react to like the garbage. And like I always laugh when somebody's like, "Oh, so and so's Ryback's looking for attention." Like, you do realize that that place is just doing clickbait things for attention. They're the ones looking for attention. I'm not. I do my show, and I have my show, and I have my life, and I live my life minding my own business. They follow everything and then report lies or take things out of context and put things in a negative connotation or a negative way to get attention for their page, which, by the way, gets them way more clicks than everybody else combined. Like, it's insane. But I always laugh when people go, "Oh, he's just looking for attention." I'm like, no, they are. The place that's writing it is looking for attention. They're trash.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But
I saw also, big guy, I wanted to mention, I saw a little guy go after the pigeons in the video.
Oh, wait, that was Sophie.
Sophie, I'm sorry, Sophie.
I laughed. I didn't know that when I recorded, when I went back and saw that, I go, that little, like, she's such a, like, she doesn't even know how to bite. Like, she's
but it's funny how the pigeons just get so scared. She just wants to play.
She doesn't. But she'll try to sneak up. Like, little guy will go over every once in a while. But for the most part now, they're pretty good. But Sophie will just sometimes she goes crazy and just will dart over there, and like I'm like, and like the birds' feathers go flying all over the place. They lose some feathers, and I'm like, it's like, Sophie, stop that. Like, but
you were like, I'm feeding them every day, and they take craps on my house to thank me. I was dying laughing.
The ledge of one of my house out of one of my windows upstairs that I like to look out every morning when I wake up and look at the mountains. I always open it and just look out there for a little bit. And like the other day, I go, where the hell did all this bird shit show up from? Dude, they just not grateful at all. Like, I was like, why wouldn't you go on the neighbors? Like, you guys wait for me. You watch me feed you and water you. I give you this beautiful pool, the waterfall every day. I allow you into Rybackville, my kingdom. I'm like your Noah. I'm over here feeding you more every day, and then you shit on my property. I'm like, you birds are just no gratefulness. It makes me a little upset. I might hold off for a few days and see if they want to go clean off the roof and watch. They can see me hosing it off and give them a dirty look and see if they change their mind. Like, see how smart they really are.
Oh, but whenever I think of pigeons, big guy, I think of the lady from Home Alone.
Dude, her and Mike Tyson are the two people that I think.
Yes, like those two people. Like, I literally think about it right away, and it's amazing. Like, people can control birds. Like, they have, like, I don't know what it is. I guess it's like a good relationship with them. But like, I saw this one video. This guy's driving in a car, and he has like a crow or something on his hand, and he like he did like a whistle, and the crow goes out the window like it was like, I don't know, I can't explain it. It was like a bullet. Like, it just went out the window and it caught like a bird or like another bird or something. And I was like, holy crap! Like, it must have been like an eagle or something. It was a bigger bird.
Yeah.
And, like, the way that this guy trained it was unreal. Like, I'm like, and the bird knew to come back right away.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by all, like, I've seen those videos online. Like, there's people out with alligators, like with a pit of alligators that are out there just hanging out with them. That like, and I'm just like, bro, it just takes like one, like it's just they're not playing. They're not little dogs. Like, it's.
Yeah. The people from down south are built differently.
Oh, they are,
like, and like from Australia and things like that, where they're so used to it.
Yeah.
Like, we see a daddy long legs in New York, and we're like, oh my God, look at that thing.
But they also don't play under the same. But like, those people, like, you have to, like, they have a special quality or qualities, and like, and too, I think whether they're born around it or I don't know what it is, but it's beyond fascinating. I could say though, for me, when I was younger, I never had a fear of any of that stuff. My mom, she was from upstate New York, all her family. They had a bunch of land up there. And so like we would go like four-wheeling and like build forts out, but there were a lot of snakes and things out there. Dude, I would go catch the snakes and grab them and gather them up and be playing with the snakes in the backyard as a little kid. And like, just no fear. My mom would like they'd freak out and like have to tell me no. But like, I never like was afraid of anything. Then you get older, then like I had a fear of snakes for a while. Then that went away. Like, after I realized, they go, what am I really afraid about? But like, at the same time, if like a rattlesnake was like in my backyard, I'm not going to go play with it, you know. But as a kid, I would have had no fear. But like, I feel like people are around it, and then they never develop that fear, and they just have a special relationship with like different things that most people can't even fathom.
Yeah, for sure. Like, when I see people like that, like they raise snakes and stuff, like, I have to say it does creep me out a little bit, you know?
Oh, I hate it when I see a hot chick and then I see that she has like 30 snakes in her bedroom, and I'm like, oh, she'd ruin my life.
I'm only okay if she could handle my snake that way.
You don't need to be competing with the other 30 of them in those.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't need to be like, she'd be like, oh, babe, go get that snake over there.
Babe, I need you to stop at pet supply store and get 40 pounds of snake food and 20 live rats, mouse.
I feel like
mice.
Girls, like, they're the type that will kill you, like, somehow.
Oh, yeah. Like, or people that have like sleep with those boa constrictors in their bed. They're like, I've raised it since it was a baby. And it's like, and then the one person got like strangled to death with it. And they're like, of course, it turned on you. They're not playing by the same rules.
You remember that story, big guy, about the lady that kept and she was giving drugs to her monkey, right? And the monkey went nuts and like killed her
What?
and they had to kill the monkey. You don't remember this?
No, I don't remember this at all.
Bro, I'll say it was huge. Like it was all over the news.
What was this here in the United States or another country?
Yes, it was in the United States. And it was her friend. So it was a chimpanzee named Travis, and it was an animal. He was an animal actor, and he was on like the Maury Povich show, the Man Show, or whatever.
I remember that. Yeah,
they lived in Connecticut, and they apparently, like, one of the friends came over, like the mom had invited like a female friend over, and she used to give like apparently things came out after that were like crazy, like she would have like she would jerk the monkey off and things like that.
Oh my God.
Like, crazy stuff, yeah. And she was giving the monkey Xanax and stuff to calm it down, and like somehow the mix of like the drugs with the monkey, and when the friend came over, he literally like he mauled her so bad that like you couldn't even like see her face, and like
oh my
it
God,
was insane, and they end up killing him. But yeah, it's called Travis.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I never even
Travis the chimpanzee. It was huge. It was like I remember the. It was so like I'll never forget hearing that story in my life and like thinking about that.
People, man, I tell you, but that's like people like we look at everything going on in the world. I always say that, and like we see like people that women or like people that do like crazy things. It's usually women like the crazy Karens that are just acting really irrational. And I always just think as soon as I look at them, I go, they're taking some sort of prescription drug and probably a wino. Like,
yes,
and it's like because it's always the same crazy like in just different settings. And I'm just like whenever I say, I go like the prescription drug problem we have is crazy. I just saw a video.
So crazy, man.
There was a woman, a 39-year-old woman. She looked like she was 85, 39 years old. And somebody was interviewing her. That's like, I have a feeling this is the new thing people are doing on social media is interviewing homeless people and like getting views out of it, but like trying to like get their story or whatever. And this woman answered everything. But she was hooked on the fentanyl and crystal meth, and she wanted no help. And like her skin looked just like she was out in the Phoenix, living in Phoenix, just in the sun, like here in Vegas, just high 100-degree weather in the summer every day. Her skin just completely leathered, old, like looked like an old person, and saggy and just completely destroyed. And only was 39 years old, but like just completely wrecked from the drugs on that. And that's just like we have such a problem, man. It's scary.
Yeah, I saw a video. I'm big into like the body cam videos from the cops.
Yeah.
And like all that stuff, people don't realize, but all that stuff is public now. Like you could go pay for any
public record,
body cam. Yeah, public record. Thank you. You could pay for any body cam. So like these YouTube channels are so smart because they're paying. They get millions of views, big guy. Millions of views. They don't have to do anything but upload the video and put their voice on the video and explain what happened. Like, and they're making tons of money.
I should do this, go get some of those footage and just tell my story with WWE over and over as voiceovers.
That would be literally like huge. Like I'm telling you, no matter what video I watch, if it's a body cam video and it's halfway interesting, like people will watch it. I swear to God, it's something about like a car wreck. Like you can't take your eyes off of it, and like it makes us feel better as humans to see other humans be in their bad place. You know?
Yeah. I'm just picturing this video and the cop like in the arrest going down to something, and then you just randomly hear "Feed Me More Nutrition" available on feedmemore.com. Just as and like they're like, but just subconsciously, wait, what was that?
Oh my God!
Hashtag hungry.
As the cop is body slamming at the curb, you hear finish it. Bro, that would be gold, bro.
That's what I'm like, let's see how suppressed this channel really is. If we can, the hot chicks didn't really, the hot chicks was always the bulletproof. And then that's not, didn't work. So we got to figure something out.
Yeah, that's insane, man. What's your plans for today, big guy? Anything good?
Got to just work out here. I did a lot of the morning work. Slept really good last night. Got a lot of that done. I've got to, after this, I got to work on my shoulder. I saw my therapist yesterday, the one who's back from Thailand.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah, how was it?
Amazing. We broke up. She got probably 6 really significant breaks of scar tissue.
Wow.
And it was intense. But so just gotta I've got to get this one area. I could feel it. And she's just like, you've come so far. But she could you got to get this remainder, this. I've just got to get this little last piece connection to it doesn't need to be 100%, but we've got to just get this one area. And I've got a lot of work on the golf ball. I've got to do a big training, a lot of cardio, sauna later.
So I heard you say the golf ball a lot in other videos too. So what do you do with the golf ball? You put it
lie on the floor with it.
You lie on the floor. And
so the ball's on the floor, and I've posted videos here and there. I don't do a lot because I'm constantly working. You don't even
think to video it. Yeah.
It's not even that. It's just I have before. It's really. It's I've documented a few things where I have the footage. It's just I do it. I'm not even kidding. There's days sometimes the total time, if I go from the lying on it and stopping, I roll on it for 1 or 2 minutes. I have to move my arm and the tissue stretches and rips and breaks. And then I've got to relax and rest for a couple minutes. And so I just lie on my side or I'll turn over, boom, 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 back. Here we go. And dude, I literally hours of this. It's this is that and the therapist are the 2 things that have gotten me better on it.
Got it.
But my tissue is so restricted and glued down. That ball, you have to do it. You can't, there's different styles. Sometimes I just have to roll on it and roll over a certain area to try to get it to soften up. And then I have to trap the ball in that area and then move my arm in different positions while rolling on the ball simultaneously. And that tissue gets trapped under that ball with my weight on the ball. And with my arm moving, then rips in strength and lengthens the tissue back to normal. If that makes sense.
I see. No, it does make sense.
So, but it is, and then that's what she does with her manual physical therapy. She has to apply a significant pressure after doing different things and warming it up and movement and pressure and regular, very hard, very I'm talking it'll make you want to cry on different areas where she can have to dig in on the tissue. And then she has to do that with pressure and leverage and use her leg and trap my shoulder under her leg and then manipulate my shoulder, and that causes the tissue to rip and explode. And
that's have you ever had the Y strap done, big guy?
Yeah. Oh, I've had that. My other therapists that were doing that, they did that every week. Yeah.
How does that feel? Because I watch so many videos on it, and you see these people, they literally cry because they have such pain relief from it. How does it feel the first time you had it done? Does it really feel as good as it seems?
No. So yes and no. When I was younger, Al Snow in OVW used to do that same thing with a towel. It was a Japanese chiropractor. That's at least what he said. He knew how to do it very good. We would line up in class before training, and everybody on the mats, and one person would sit on the other person's legs to keep their weight still, and then he would get the towel around your neck and loosen up your neck.
Ring dinger, right? That's what they call
it. A
ring dinger.
And he would do the side to side, and then he'd get you nice and loose and relaxed, and then he would crank. He was the only one. He would get from my coccyx bone, all the way up my entire back.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Yeah, dude, it was. Yeah. No, but so that was absolutely mind blowing on the relief you would get from in your body, just from your bottom of your spine all the way to the top of your neck, and your nerves would rush to your fingertips, you would just have this feeling. So he was the best. Al to this day is the best with doing that technique, but he would do it with a towel. So those chiros that I use that Y strap. The Y strap, it has Velcro. Sometimes it doesn't stay really good. The chiropractors here, nobody's ever gotten that pop like Al Snow used to get on it. Wow. But it does. But my back also, though, isn't I've everything. I'm healthy again. When I was seeing those guys, I had no more back issues. So yes. I wasn't getting the pop, but the I do think I've seen people that have really, really they can barely walk, and then they get that done, and like they're like,
and then they can walk again.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like
It's
some people
insane.
for like years that are like crippled almost, and then they get that one thing done, and like all of a sudden things start going back to normal. I get angry because I've had my lower back go out before, like, you know, like something with your SI joint gets shifted from wrestling, and like you're in the worst pain ever, and you're like, you just think like, oh my God, this has to be something horrible. And then you go get adjusted once, and like you're better within a matter of hours, and you're like, what?
You're like, where was this my whole life?
Yeah. But like, it's just so crazy, like how something you can do is shift a little bit and like really send you into like just crazy pain. And, but man, it's yeah, it does work. It's just a matter of, it depends on how well it stays in place. It's always better if somebody's holding down your legs.
Your legs. Yes. I noticed that. Yes. Because one chiropractor has these holders that he puts on your legs so that your lower half doesn't move, you know, and he gets the best pops, like by far.
That's the key, is that, and that's what we would always have another wrestler sit on our legs, like on our shins with their weight.
Got it.
And like usually the person would sit on your legs who was going to get adjusted next. So that was how the line worked. And so, then Al would like, but man, I'm telling you, it was like, it was so relaxing because he'd just get you the towel, you're lying down, he'd like relax your neck. He would what's the word I'm looking for? He would loosen you up and just stretch you out. With the thing. And then he'd give you the pop to the left, the pop to the right, loosen you up some more. And you wouldn't know when it was coming. And so you would just like, eventually he would feel when you completely just let go and relaxed, and then boom, snap. And then, but if your legs aren't held down, your body, you can't get the same leverage.
You can't get the same, because your spine isn't extending like it should. Yeah.
And so you might get a pop still, but it's not nowhere near from the people that hold the legs down. And that's like the chiros I saw here. That was always the thing. We weren't able to hold the legs down like that. So you don't get the same thing. You get relief still because you can feel a little bit of the traction, but it's not you don't get the popping noise from all the way from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, I never cracked my neck, big guy, ever in my life.
Really?
Like I've never cracked my neck. I am so scared of it, but yet I watch these videos all the time. Like I'm addicted to watching these videos, but I don't know. I'm scared like my neck's gonna break or something.
Man, I used to pop my neck as a kid all the time. I don't do it anymore. I only let people do it now, unless I just go side to side on my own and I get a pop like that. I don't I used to pop my fingers all the time in school, and my jaw. I used to crack my jaw all the time. And then
your jaw?
Yeah, and I can still do it if I want. I haven't done it in forever, but I remember kids in school, they're like saying, "Oh, you're gonna get lockjaw," and like you're gonna get really big knuckles. And I always just remember thinking, like, hell yeah, I hope I do get big knuckles. Like just thinking, like, oh, I could be a little gorilla man, just these huge knuckles. And my locked jaw, just walking around like this freak show. I was the 5th grade president, though, and tetherball champion of the school. I was going to do whatever the hell I wanted.
All right, one last question, big guy, to end it. What is your favorite commercial growing up? I'll start with mine. I used to love the Mentos commercials when the guy would roll on the wet paint and have the pinstripes on his suit. You remember those?
I remember.
I love those.
Mentos, those clips pop up on TikTok, and like it's so crazy seeing some of the things they used to do that if that was done in this day and age, like you couldn't even imagine it. But like there was one with I don't know, I can't remember if this was a real one. It was with a tiny person, and he looked like one of the little Hawaii 5-0 guys. I can't remember, but he was like a little stunt action thing. I don't know if somebody put it together for social media or if it was a real Mentos commercial, because they would do crazy things. I love that one. I'd have to find it and send it to you.
I used to love this song, Mentos, fresh and full of life.
Those Mentos. So you popped a story in my head real quick. We were overseas at WWE in Italy, and we all decided to go out. I think we were in Italy or France. Where were we? So hold on. It was Italy, and we all went out. A bunch of us, a group of us. It was we all decided we were going to go out because the only time I think I'd ever been to Italy. And we found Italian adult establishment with absolute gorgeous women. And I, for whatever reason, bought a pack of Mentos earlier in the night at the gas station or wherever we were. I don't know how I had this pack of Mentos, but there was this one particular girl who was absolutely gorgeous. I think we all wanted to see if they had to shave their armpits too. That was like one of the things.
Yes, that's a rumor.
And some did, some didn't. And so that was that. So it was like some were up to date and others weren't. But
if I saw hair, I would immediately run.
It's pretty fascinating. But this particular woman was very fond of me, or seemed to be anyways, at least probably the money, and kept coming over, but her breath was so bad. And all I remember, all the guys, everyone was laughing hysterically because we're all drinking a lot. I had this pack of Mentos and I remembered that I had the pack of Mentos. And so I took it out because she was like sitting on my lap. And like I kept trying to get her to take a Mentos, and she wouldn't take one because I think she thought I was like they might have been something. Yeah, exactly. And like I'm giving the Mentos to the other guys, like we're like literally trying to get her to understand, like no, it's candy, it's good for your breath. Without like she would never take one, and so I had to cut her off.
No, lady, your breath freaking stinks.
It was horrendous. It was as if she was just eating poop all day. It was not good.
That is great.
I don't even know I don't know if Mentos could have solved that problem, but I tried.
That is hysterical. But I'll give you another one. The one that I want my money and I want it now. You remember that commercial?
Wait, what was that for?
I want my money and I want it now. It was like a lawyer that like fought for like cases.
I remember that catchphrase.
Yeah, and like it would be like a white lady out the window, and she would scream like, "I want my money!" And J.G. Wentworth.
Yes.
J.G. Wentworth. Yeah, I love that stuff. Man.
I want to think of a commercial real quick that I'm trying to. Man, I used to love the. This is just off the top of my head. It's probably not my favorite, but just what I remember. I used to love like the Super Soaker commercials for the new guns that would come out.
Yes.
Things like that. Like if I were to see one of those, it would bring back good memories. Because I used to go every time the new Super Soakers came out, we were at the Target to go load up on them to have we had street wars with the neighbors where we'd have water gun fights.
That's awesome, bro. That's so cool.
Which it's crazy. Like the things that we would do as a kid, I feel like neighborhoods, I don't see that. At least I grew up in Vegas, so I did it here, and I never see like anything crazy like that anymore.
Kids don't go out anymore, bro. That's the problem, you know? Because even just to get now, everything is like a play date, and like I'm lucky. Like I grew up on like I said, I grew up on a block in Brooklyn, and it was kind of like old school Brooklyn. I got lucky where all my friends lived on my block. So like until I was 13, like I had all my best friends literally like down the block from me, you know? And then everybody ended up moving away as we got older. But like just to be able to like go up the block and be able to hang out with your friend is like such a great thing. Like our kids don't have that, unfortunately, anymore.
It's different. We had a cop that lived across the street from us, just so people. And she was a female cop, Paula Dumeyer. She was the coolest cop ever. We would play like hide and go seek, and it would be like getting close to night, and like we would like to play at night. Like hide and go seek, and we had a big neighborhood and there were a lot of bushes and trees.
Manhunt.
Yeah, there were different games of like kick the can. There was all sorts of things we did, but she would literally knock the street lights out for us. She'd get a fishing line and had a little the bait the weight on it. She would fling it over the old light poles and knock out the power in the neighborhood for 20-30 minutes so we could play play in pure darkness. Like, can you imagine that going on? Like, no. It was no way. And it was just like
in a second.
Yeah, it was a great childhood, man. Like of just like having fun, great camaraderie with all the kids, and like just.
Yeah, I was lucky. Like my dad would call my grandfather was a firefighter, so my dad would call my grandfather, and they would come open up the what is that called? The fire hydrants on our block. And when it was a hot day in the summer, like we didn't have pools growing up, big guy. Like, you know, Brooklyn backyards they're like a little like 10 by 10.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You couldn't even fit a jacuzzi back there.
Yeah.
You know, and so we the only way we would have access to a pool is if we went to the community pool, which was dirty as anything, or we had a hydrant, and the hydrant we would like do car washes.
That's where you found your love of bidets, right?
Yes, exactly. Yo, I would spread my cheeks so wide. You ever see that picture of Hulk Hogan's friend when he's spreading his cheeks? What's his name again, big guy?
Brian Knobs.
Yes, Brian Knobs.
Yeah, the Nasty Boys. Bro, somebody, by the way, that photo that you're referring to, I can't even believe you've seen that, because it had to have been Hawkins or one of the guys sent that to me many years ago, and I have not been able to ever unsee it.
When I seen it, bro. He's like spreading his cheeks wide, and bro, you're right. I swear to God,
there's no way that's real. There can't like
it has to be, but you could clean that out with a fire
Dude,
hydrant.
bro, how does that happen? Like, I want to know, like, what?
I don't know. He's definitely doing things that we don't know of.
Yeah. Like, and we're not going to talk about on here, but the picture that you're referring to is, and I'm sure others have seen. I've never seen it. I thought it was fake, man. And I still to this day want to hope it's fake, but I don't. Yeah. I can't imagine. You just imagine like a wrestler today, though. Like if you're on TV and like that photo came out of Seth Rollins or somebody, like it just with like with a bigger than my shaker bottle, just like.
All right, big guy. I'll let you go take some other calls, man.
All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate it as always, and you stay safe over there.
Same here, brother. Have a great day.
Take care.
Later.
Oh man, I missed a super chat here during that, guys. I saw it, Tyler, when you put it up. Thank you, Seany, as always. People were like, make more time for other callers. This show is Seany always has rights over everybody else coming on. And everybody loves Seany. Shawnee's a great part of this show. Tyler, good to see you, buddy. Sweet Sugar Sugaru. Yo, can you say hi to my sister, Megan Sugaru? Hey, Megan, how are you? Hope everything is going well. Always appreciate the support. Hello. If you guys want to join this show, anybody watching TikTok, the TikTok is not distributing it out the lives for whatever reason. I'm sorry. But if you are watching, you guys can come over to @Ryback on X Spaces here on everything, guys, to join the show. We are dealing with, and again, heavy suppression everywhere. We're not going to stop. We keep moving forward. I've got cases of multiple things, just trying to get answers. No, we're not going to get answers. You got to just keep doing the work every day. And hopefully at the right point in time, this is all going to be situated. We do have 435,000 subscribers now on YouTube at RYBACK30 as well. I thank you guys. I continue to gain followers, subscribers, despite everything going on. So I do appreciate you guys for subbing and whatnot. Bring on a new caller here. Hello. Welcome to the Ryback Show.
Hey, Ryback. How's it going, brother?
I'm well. How are you today?
Oh, doing good. Just enjoying the cooler weather in Arizona.
Good. Yeah, we're supposed to get, I think today's 105, but I know coming this weekend, we're going back down to the 90s and 80s for like 5 or 6 days. So,
dude, that
I can't wait. I'm literally, but at least mornings and nights have been cool here. Like we're cooler, it's not scorching hot 24/7. So.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think this is, I don't know. You're in Nevada. Is this the hottest summer you've been in? I feel like it is.
No, it's not. This has been I was reading like people talking about like global warming. This is probably the best summer that I can recall us having, where we didn't get to 100 degrees until in July. I don't think was it late June? I'd have to go back and look, but it was essentially like usually the years prior it'd be in the hundreds in May. We didn't get into the hundreds until like halfway or late June, if I'm not mistaken. And then we only had a little stretch of where it was those high 115, 114. Like it wasn't that, it hasn't been that as hot like that as consistently. We do have the 105, the 106, 107 days and whatnot, but it's been even like now it's cooled off quicker than it usually cooled off last year, the years prior. So I don't know. It's still, I mean, it's always hot here in the summer, but this hasn't been as intense as it has in the past.
Yeah, man. You know, we get our monsoons and it's like the heat and the humidity. It just gets brutal. But we hit a couple days where it was like 119 and
whoa.
Holy shit, dude. It was like walking into a goddamn oven.
Yeah, that's what I've been there. Mesa, Arizona was the hottest weather I've ever been in. I mentioned before, and we had a baseball tournament, and it was like walking into an oven on that. Where like every degree matters when you get into the hundreds like that. From 110 to 111, it's a huge difference. I feel like 111 to 112, like so. Is 119 the record out there, or what's the record high? That has to be close.
So record I believe was in 1978, and I want to say it hit 128 degrees, which is like I can't even imagine. Like, I mean, obviously that's before I was born, but dude, like freaking 128 degrees. I mean, it's like it for humanity, like that would just cook you alive like a freaking turkey.
I can't imagine having to be in that for any significant period of time. That's
bro. It's crazy, big guy. But hey, I've got a quick question for you. You know, I'll tell you, I'm not. I hear your show, and you get all the questions about wrestling and all that. And honestly, I don't really care about that stuff.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing with the workout and getting people back to health. But have you heard of a show? And dude, it is freaking. It's like it's a number 2 growing mixed martial arts show out, and it's called BKFC, bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah,
dude.
Shamrock, I think is with that.
No. So this is David Feldman's program, and it's not MMA. It's just boxing, but bare knuckle, and all these UFC guys are going there. Mike Perry, and actually they're in the works.
I thought that was the one Shamrock was involved in.
No. So I think his is a little bit different. His is actually like
MMA.
Full on MMA, but bare knuckle.
I didn't even realize that was a separate thing. I know what you're talking about, though. Okay.
Yeah, dude, they have some really good shows out in Vegas, and like it's up and coming, and it's entertaining. They're trying to get Mike Perry and Conor McGregor to go at it. So
I saw the interview because Conor was there when Perry won his last fight.
Yeah,
and they had a little bit of a stare off in there, and Conor congratulated him. But I tell you, I think Conor, if Conor never wanted to fight again, but you know, I think and just like if Conor with his brand and everything, into like if he wanted to do like one last fight, I think him and Jake Paul, I think if he could actually defeat Jake Paul in a boxing match, I think that would actually do quite large numbers, and can actually really, people would love him even more if he knocked out Jake.
Hey, dude, Jake is, you know, I know there's a lot of talk about the guy, but when you watch him box and like you listen to Rogan, dude, he hits hard. That dude, like you can tell. And I mean, big guy, you know this. You train, you have the muscle mass. When you see Jake Paul hit, like there's muscle behind that.
He's a human being. He's a human being who's training with professionals, and he has been now for quite some time. I always the whole argument of the YouTube thing is the silliest. It's just like to try to knock somebody. Okay, so he created a YouTube and was successful on a YouTube, so he understands work ethic, like on something, and like of putting in work on a particular area, and then he decided he wanted to do something different or on top of it, and he works really hard at that, and he's having success at that. And like he's fighting guys with more fight experience than him, even though it's boxing, and not all of them have the boxing experience. But they're like, he's setting up fights, and he's making money on it, and he's won all of them except for the one against Fury, who was the boxer, which he didn't get knocked out in that, and he didn't win, but he can. People, you're going to lose in different things. He's still going.
yeah, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. And, that's where it's at, big guy. I know there's a lot of money in wrestling and all that, and that's great. But, not all, and don't get me wrong, when I'm about to say this, like, I'm not making a general characterization, but when you listen to like some of these YouTube wrestle commentators, I'm not going to name drop either, but you know who I'm talking about. Like, they have such big egos, and dude, like, these guys, a lot of them, some of them married, some of them single. And if you go to a bar and like you tell a woman, oh, I'm a YouTube commentator for WWE wrestling, like, they're going to freaking look at you, bro. Like, it's not a good pickup line. So, but yeah, dude, keep doing your thing. I'm going to get jamming here. Couple things that I'll leave off with is I would love to debate Seany, good spirited debate about aliens and UFOs, because we've talked, and, I work in archaeology, and I'd like to bring some light on that. But also, next time we talk, I have some tips for you on YouTube, because I have a YouTube channel as well. And I was put in touch with, this was years back, probably 2 years ago. It was like a YouTube consultant, and she gave me some tips and tricks. Do you have anything like that?
I've worked with people at different points when you got to remember, I did this, and I was getting 6 and 7 figures on videos, and like routinely, man. People. So, and I've grown, that was with my following was a quarter of as big as it is now. So for me, I don't think people understand. I think the easy thing to do is, you can thumbnails and this, or you can look at videos and this, and like, I did this away from wrestling with a small, and like, it's the same formula on every platform. So just so you understand, I've worked with marketing agencies that can't work with me on YouTube. They can't, but that my stuff is suppressed. I paid them to.
There's nothing you can do.
I tried paying 10 different companies to promote my videos, to get my videos seen, to fall into the algorithm. It's like marketing for YouTube. They give me my money back. They go, for whatever reason, we can't do anything with your account. Something is going on. People don't understand. Like, this is a very real thing. And like,
for sure.
Like my views, just to give you another thing, I increased my views, 200,000 views in the last month. Guess what? My ad revenue dropped down $500.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's crazy. So it's like, the better I do, the more they hurt. It's a very frustrating thing, but I'm not going to stop. It's just like, I would like answers. It's like, it doesn't, I've worked very hard to build this all up. And like, for them to take away the revenue that was adding up very well, I'm like, a lot of people would lose their shit over this. I'm like, I know the truth is going to come out, because I know what's going on, but I've tried working with multiple agencies. They can't do anything. There's locks on stuff they can't get past. And like, I don't know what it is.
It's a gut punch, man. I got hit really hard during Adpocalypse. Like, I was doing really well on YouTube. I had a few videos go viral like yours, and then all of a sudden they changed that algorithm, and dude, I have never been able to recover. And you're right, like suppression, I guess the only other thing is a good lawyer at that point, and
which I've had them contact. But people don't understand, like how much money do you think I have to go fight every social media company? And like these companies, like, just so even if I had billions of dollars, do you know how much money that this is? And also, there's not, like, these places are so corrupt, and they have all the money, and these are powerful people, like, and they're all working together. Like, it's a very screwed up thing. We need, like, there needs to be rules in place. I tried having a conversation actually yesterday with AI. I had a whole conversation with AI about this yesterday, and AI about the legalities of what social media is doing with shadow banning. And the AI even admitted, like, on the thing, AI goes, shadow banning does exist. They've tried to say that it does not exist, but it has been proven to exist. And I was asking the AI, I go, should social media companies be forced to have user agreements where they cannot use shadow ban technology to essentially ban shadow ban technology, because it's being used for corruption, which can be used in politics. Mm-hmm. It can be used to completely damage and hurt people. There's no good that can come from it. And AI was saying, like, I go, if somebody's against the rules or outside of the rules, they either receive strikes or their account is banned. Why does shadow banning, why do they need this technology to suppress views? over accounts, like, because now you're allowing people's opinions to become infused with this, and like, oh, we're going to suppress this, and they don't tell you you're being suppressed either, which is even more corrupt. But my thing is, like, with elections, even like, say somebody, a presidential candidate, all they have to do is they can go in there and go, we're going to downgrade his account 15% to where he gets 15% less views, and we're going to bump up this person to where they get 15% extra views. That's game changing right there. And it might be minimal to where people don't realize, but if this is going on, and it is going on, it's not good. And this is where I was saying, like, we need transparency. This technology shouldn't exist, because no good is coming from it. Like, what are you suppressing? That is, like, if they're against the rules or not against the rules, why are you suppressing content? Because if a video is in violation, you would just ban it, or you would remove the video with it. So if it's not in violation, why is it getting suppressed with it? Yeah. And why aren't we being told that we're not being suppressed? Like, why can't there be transparent coding that if a video is being suppressed, we're told why it's being suppressed? To me, that's where I think we need to, this is why I'm vocal like I am, because it's not right what's going on, and there's no way to monitor it. And it's like, you take them to court, like, how do you prove outside of analytics and showing, well, this is everything here and that, and then they could just pull up something and go, because of their coding that they have in there, well, the analytics show this, and like, that's all on their end where they can control all of that. So
yeah, bro, and it's tough. I mean, you're right. You get an attorney, and $350 an hour, and it's like,
bro, I've just got done doing. I just spent hundreds of thousands with my name for everything with that. I'm like, people, like, so now you, like, people say, like, oh, just sue the social media companies. I had to spend thousands to have my attorney contact them to try to get legal letters out to try to get this all overturned. That didn't work. So it's like, boom, out of thousands of dollars of that. It's like, I've had hundreds of cases closed, like, trying to get answers. Like, this is, the thing is, I just got to keep working and doing what I'm doing. But that's why I'm trying to get my health back. I go, if I can get myself healthy and get back, I can get on the right shows and raise more awareness. And that can be a way to get more attention to my accounts, where everybody's going to see what's going on a broader scale. So.
Yeah, man, and you're a good guy, Ryback.
Thank you, bud.
You're a good guy.
I just want normal viewing. I just want to be able to be in touch with the people that have followed me. And, I've spent I literally worked to get myself and got my health back and built my business and successful business in this successful layout that I have, and they have taken it away from me. So it's like,
it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. Keep your head up. Keep doing what you're doing. You got an awesome fan base, awesome viewership, and you do good, man. You're entertaining as hell, and you and Seany are awesome. Maybe
he's awesome.
One of these days I can do a 3-way call with him, and
when I see you on next time, I'm gonna bring you on with him on, and we'll try to get that done.
Awesome, brother. I got to get taken off, get back to work, but you have a good one, and be blessed, my friend.
You too. I appreciate it. Stay safe.
All right, you too, brother.
Good deal. Thank you. Somebody goes, big guy, in your opinion, best first thing you could do every morning: stretch, bottle of water, meal, workout, meditate. I always think get up, piss, brush your teeth, make your bed. I think that's my routine. I think making your bed, though, but I think hygiene, I think brushing your teeth is, that's always at the top of the list. And then I start my day. Two guys ask, is this live? Yes, this is live. You're watching a live chat, and it says live in the top left of the screen in big red bold letters, live on that. So welcome. Seany says, big guy, would love to debate him on aliens. Oh, we'll get this done, Seany. Next time I see him in here, we have Seany. We'll get the debate. I'm not involved in this. I'll be the moderator. I'll be the innocent moderator, just kind of to, keep things on track for the show. I don't know who's on what side of what. I don't remember what Seany's argument was with the aliens, and I don't know what Primitive's argument with the aliens are as well. So I would be quite interested in hearing that. Bring on a new caller here. Bring on Jason. Jason, welcome to the Ryback Show.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, Ryback. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. What's on your mind today?
Not much. I just, just thought I'd come on the Ryback show, every weekdays and, see how you're doing.
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, buddy. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, I've been a fan for about, I don't know, since Nexus, really, since I was pretty young.
Good deal. Time flies by. It seems like just yesterday, so.
It does. Well, if only if it was a good way, because Vince McMahon is,
Oh, I know.
Anyway, I got a few questions.
All right.
Right. So, when you were in the Nexus, was Ryback still your name at the time, or was it a different WWE name? I couldn't catch that bit.
I was Skip Sheffield during that point during Nexus.
Oh, I was just wondering because I was watching. You didn't really get a big push, so you weren't mentioned as much in the Nexus storyline. So I was wondering, if this guy's Ryback, was he Ryback then?
No, I was pretty involved in the Nexus stuff.
Well, anyway, Survivor Series 2014.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry, I've got anxiety. I've never been on a podcast before. So, if you had to rerun that whole thing, and cheers Jake for laughing on the show, if you had to if you would redo the whole thing, which team would you be on? Team Cena or Team Authority?
If I had to read it for the Survivor Series angle that I was on, no, yeah. I guess I was fine with everything. I've never thought about that, quite frankly.
And at the time, were you actually fired, or were you given a break, or what was?
No, yeah. Was I really fired during the firing angle?
Yeah.
No, that was just an angle.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because it was just hilarious. I like WWE. It's I've just got anxiety at the minute. I've never been on a podcast.
It's okay, buddy.
So yeah. So I don't know if you see my comments on YouTube. I actually gave you. I actually promoted your feedme20.com, which, by the way, everyone should get.
Thank you.
I've actually tried one of them myself.
What supplement did you have, or do you?
It was like a shake.
Oh, the protein. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I think it is pretty good. It took a while for it to come, though. I'm from the UK.
Yeah. Sometimes with customs, it can take a little bit longer to clear customs over there. It's all hit or miss on that. But yeah, I'm glad. Thank you very much for trying it.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've tried worse. I've tried, it's a good one. I'll put it on a good side.
Thank you so much.
Also, I know you said this a lot, yeah, about going back to the WWE. But before your body gives up on you, will we ever see one more match anywhere at all?
That's the goal.
And if
God forbid my body gives out.
Yeah. If it was at one place, where would it be?
The wrestling?
Yeah, if it was one place you would want to do it, where would you want to wrestle?
There's multiple places. I think there's any of the big promotions. It's just a matter of it depends on who's involved in the storyline and what kind of deal we can get done on all of that. I just got to get cleared. I got to make sure that I'm cleared and then I think there's going to be the floodgates will open of opportunities because I'll be able to work. So I just have to be able to put myself where I'm not going to be sacrificing my health on this. And so, which I've worked very hard, and there's going to be possibilities, and there's going to be multiple possibilities and options. I firmly believe. and there's going to be multiple routes we could take to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, and also to make sure you're not being used again, like Vince McMahon.
The what?
And also to make sure you're not being used again, just like how Vince McMahon tracked you.
Wait, what did Vince do to me?
Oh, I read on the internet, apparently you and Vince had some heat and tense.
Where'd you read that at?
It was on this, let me find the link. It was on, it was like this WrestleMania channel.
Oh, I would probably want to watch
like,
stuff with that. You know those people have never met me, right?
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, because not a lot of people can meet you because you're so famous.
But I mean, they come up with a lot of things that they don't know the exact details on and whatnot. They just create videos to get clicks from people to then, and they a lot of times put out lies or misinformation or things that are not completely true. And, you know, there's no better way to get information rather than talk to the people who have done it. So.
Well, in my eyes, I see you as probably should be a WWE Hall of Famer.
Ah, thank you. I appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, like, I mean, why haven't they put you in the Hall of Fame yet? I mean, you put your, like, literally, I see, like, when you fought, what's it called, CM Punk, was it Night of Champions 2012?
Hell in a Cell 2012 was the first match.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell 2012. Like, you put yourself a lot on the line on that match. Like, especially, you know, with Brad Maddox low blowing you and that.
Risk the boys for that one. That was.
Yeah. Like, were you ever peed off at Brad Maddox for that? Like,
was I mad at Brad Maddox for getting involved?
Yeah.
And costing me the WWE championship and just millions of dollars and just valuable opportunities around the world and commercials?
I know you'd be mad, but like, did you ever, like, you know, thought you beat him up?
So are you asking, did I beat up Brad Maddox like in the showers afterwards?
Did you ever think about beating him up? Because I know, like, you know, in WWE, once you cost someone, they usually like to get revenge. And
did you watch the Raw after Hell in a Cell?
It was 10 years ago.
Well, it's on you. If you YouTube Ryback versus Brad Maddox, I think you'll get your answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am being a bit stupid, aren't I?
No, but I think that's that match was, I think I beat him up pretty good in that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm a big fan, and I just want to, like, say, look, it was like you're the guy, and like I was wondering, actually, now that I've noticed it, your Twitter profile. It looks like what are they called? A plushie. Do you plan on making a plushie, like you know, those little teddy bear things?
I mean, I'm hoping at some point we make some more Ryback merch on all that. Yeah, I'm personally, I'm not going to do it, but I hopefully would work with somebody who does. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go because I don't want to make this boring for the fans and, you know, stuff like that.
All right, buddy.
So, like, I hope you have a great day, and maybe next time I'm on, I'll be, you know, a lot prepared.
You're all right, buddy. I appreciate it, and thank you for all the kind words.
Yeah, no problem. And can I give myself a quick shout out for my channel?
Oh God, now you're asking for a lot. Go ahead.
Guys, just subscribe to my channel, Jason YT. Anyway, Ryback. Also subscribe to Ryback because he deserves it. Anyway, see you, Ryback.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Bye.
Good deal. Thank you very much. You guys subscribe to my channel, please, that are watching, so you don't get my notifications when we go live. Never know what we're going to get here on the Ryback Show. Appreciate everybody. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Ryback Show. Wait, it's trying to connect to YR. That might not be a good. Sometimes the Wi-Fi at the other end. I'm going to have to remove you, YR. Hopefully it doesn't kick you off. You might have to. Sometimes the Wi-Fi is just not. Bring on Matthew for a question. Matthew, welcome to the Ryback Show.
Hey, Rebecca, how you doing?
I'm good, buddy. What's on your mind today?
What do you think about all these news about Bray Wyatt?
Good question. Yeah, so the DirtSheets essentially posted trash about him for months, saying all these horrible things about him, and in reality, he had not only a career-ending but a life-threatening illness of sorts, according to latest reports, and he's doing very well, and hopefully they're optimistic he's going to be able to make a return here in the coming months. And so I think that on that end of things, I'm very happy to hear that because I love him. He's a great guy. He's a great human being, great wrestler, and just he belongs in a top spot because he delivers. He always has with all that. So I'm hoping he's able to overcome everything and that's gone on. And I personally look forward. I hope to see him and his brother Bo back together, and I want to see what they're able to do, what's in store next for him. So, but I think it should be all the people, the DirtSheets, and all the people, everybody on Twitter and social media, anybody who said anything bad about that person, you need to take a good hard look in the mirror and realize that you are absolute trash. And that's, and that's that. And we're going to keep moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. Bray's he's good in the ring, and his mic skills he's great.
But yeah, I've always loved him. But that's all the people that try to hurt people out there and come up with lies. You don't know what's going on, and you listen to other DirtSheets and the people that are incapable of doing this and who spread lies for profit. With all of you guys, should all be ashamed of yourselves. So,
yeah. What do you think about the Fiend gimmick that he had?
I loved it. I think it should be used for special occasions. I don't, outside of the original run with it, but I'm a fan of his creativity, and obviously he proved to be a moneymaker on the merch end of things, and he's very creative, and his segments, all his stuff with the Firefly Funhouse and just the different versions of the Bray character that he's done. I'm a fan of him personally and professionally.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we'll see him back on TV very soon.
I think we will, brother. I think we will. And I thank you, as always, for coming on, and great question today. I actually wanted to talk about that, so I'm glad you asked. And I look forward to having you on again, all right?
Much appreciated.
All right, buddy. You have a good one.
You too.
Good deal. Thank you, Matthew, for bringing that up. That was something I did want to touch on there that I hadn't yet, so. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Saying I was your favorite. Taking a look at KG. Kylie, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Ryback, you'd make a good color commentator somewhere. Ever been approached about that? No, I've never even thought about that. I just do my own stuff. I want to come back. I wouldn't want to come back unless I was done and couldn't wrestle. That might be something different. But and I do think I would do very well at that. I think I did commentary for WWE different occasions, and I know they were very happy with it. And it's all on the fly. It's a lot of work. I'm a big fan of Wade. I'm happy he's on Raw. Him and Michael Cole, Raw is much. I enjoy their commentary together. I like Corey as well. And McAfee, when McAfee and Cole were together, is very entertaining. The other guy that they moved to SmackDown, and it's not like, with that, I just have a preference, kind of how I think I really enjoy the duo on Raw right now with Michael Cole and Wade. It's enjoyable to listen, and Wade has the experience. I think it's always best that you have somebody that's done it too out there that is able to communicate and talk. And you got to be entertaining, and you got to know when to talk, when not to talk over other people. I think Wade is very good at that. And when you make little jokes with each other and coming back with little quips and just being able to hold your own but toe that line of respect. And Wade's brilliant at it, and he's going to be there for a very long time. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see here. Do want to take another call here. Hello. Welcome to the Ryback Show.
Hey, what's up, Ryback?
Not much. How you doing today?
Good. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. The last caller, I feel like he was wearing a mask while on the phone.
No, I think he just has it. He's been on multiple times. He has a condition where his voice. I know he has a deeper voice. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. First, I want to say, man, I was listening yesterday, and I 100% respect you and tilt my hat to you, man. No matter what, the one thing about you that I like is that no matter what life throws at you, you keep going and you keep pushing.
Thank you.
You know, you keep working hard, and it just shows a lot as far as your character and, you know, how you are as a person, man. And it's something that's very motivational and very, you know, makes people want to do better in life themselves, you know?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I really do appreciate that. Also, I was hearing you talking about, you know, with the YouTube and the suppressing situation, and I'm pretty sure you know where it all leads back to. And what I wanted to say was I did like a little research, and I found out for myself that this is something that those people, if you know what I mean, been doing, and it goes back to the Montreal screw job.
As far as what? How? What are you
like?
talking?
As far as like just trying to like just taking like trying to like hurt others. You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean? No, it's yeah. We have enough proof of. I know. I just know what they're capable of and what they do. And
exactly.
I try to tell people, if you've got a multi-billion-dollar corporation that sends over legal forms telling you, demanding you to sign over all your trademarks and social media that were already mine, and give them to them, not change my name, but give them my accounts with an NDA. Yeah. Do you think it's then all of a sudden my accounts become suppressed overnight when they got denied? And like, so I already know it's connected. I know 1000%. I've talked to managers before Facebook. Like I've had the people at the organizations have admitted to me stuff is going on. This was before they got rid of the customer calls and talking to people on the phones. So it's like I'm dealing with it firsthand, but I just know I know enough stories and different things of things that he has done where I know what kind of human being I'm dealing against. He does not want me to be successful because he wants to prove a point that you do not walk out on them. You do not take what you created. It's his game, his rules, and he's gonna be the one that wins no matter what. And they're trying to make an example out of me, and they're failing. They're failing miserably.
Yeah,
with it. So, but the thing is he's gonna expire before I do. So
exactly, and you know, it's just like as a person, it's like wrong. You know, like me personally, I'm the type of person where it's like I want to see everybody do their thing. Like he should, you know, like and rather than looking at it like that, it should be like, man, go ahead. Like
he's gonna have to deal with God himself, though, brother. He's going to be the one he's going to be the one that's going to have to face. And I've worked very hard to keep my cool with this. And I say my things I need to say because I'm fighting. But it's like, at the end of the day, though, it's like, I feel sorry for them that's the route that they think that they're going to have to take. And like, I've been protected and I know, like, I've spoken the truth and I've been protecting and got my health back. They're not going to stop anything. And the truth always wins. You guys are going to see it. And by me speaking up on all this, a lot of other things are going to come out. And you guys are all going to see, and anyone who is defending them or fighting for, like, you're going to see the truth in due time with it. So,
and like that's why I said, like, I tilt my hat to you, man. Nothing but respect for you, man. Like, one thing that you taught me since I've been tuned in is never give up on what you want to do. And when life throws you a curveball, it's like it's a saying I've been saying lately, is when life throws you a curveball, you have a choice to either strike out or hit a home run. Yeah. And I could just tell you're that guy that's going for the home run. You're going for the grand slam.
Yeah, you have to. I'm not afraid. You got to be willing to risk it all, and you got to know what you're fighting for, and you got to want the goal more than the fear of rejection or failure. And the thing is failure is a part of life. I failed at things already. I just get back on the horse and I step back in the batter's box. You know, you strike out once, big deal. You're going to have another at bat, and you don't let that previous at bat stop you from what you're going for on the next at bat with it. And it's not, I know the things that I'm fighting for. I know the things that I'm speaking out on. And like, And I found a way. This is the other thing with Vince, because they realized, and I talked about this on prior episodes, that when I left and I learned how to make money for myself, I didn't have to worry about anything with wrestling with that, because I could speak up on the issues because I learned how to make my own money. This is one of the other Vince's reasons for trying to cut off my money, is he wants to try to take that away from me with it.
Exactly.
so that I don't keep speaking. What he doesn't realize is I have multiple safety nets on things, and I'm never going to stop speaking until he gives in. And
Exactly.
either he doesn't, or he's going to expire. It's one or the other. And like, but the things that are going on, and people like the FBI doesn't just investigate you. They don't just subpoena you for no reason. Like with this, there's stuff, and they're once they start digging with things, and things are stored, things are never permanently deleted. They're going to start finding more and more and more and more and more and more. And it's it. So I just got to get healthy, come back, keep doing everything I'm doing. I had a winning formula. The winning formula is going to continue on. This stuff's all the back data, everything, the archives of everything, that's all going to get caught up to date when everything gets cleared eventually on it. And then people are going to go, Jesus Christ, this guy was telling us the truth and we doubted him on it, for those that are, and they're going to see, and then they'll be right back on the bandwagon with it. So
exactly. It goes to say that anybody in this world, they could try to take anything away from you, but the only thing they can't take is your soul and your mind.
Exactly.
That's the only thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And man, like I said, mad respect to you, man. Hey, man. Moving on to another topic. How the heck do you guys deal with the 110 degrees out there? Like, that just sounds crazy.
It is. Well, I was born here, so I'm used to it. But I do like the sauna too, like regularly during the week, and that that's 180 degrees, 190 degrees.
Yeah.
So like I'm conditioned to the heat, but I don't work in the heat all day long. Like, I don't know how, man, certain construction workers or landscape, like, man, some of the 3 months of the summer here where the heat's in the high hundreds, like the 110s, 105, 115 occasionally. It is brutal when you're out there for a long time, but like, I've got my cold tub in my pool. So like, if I'm out there, I can go, like, I'll do my hot tub and then I'll go jump in the pool or the cold tub and like cool off and then stay in. And I've learned, like, you just try not to stay in it for too long,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My respect to you guys.
Yeah, no, it's a different ball game over here with that. But we don't have the humidity though, really. So it's not as bad on that end.
Yeah, just two questions for you, man. First question: out of all the belts that were in the WWE, what's your favorite one? Me personally, it's the United States one with the flag on it.
Yeah, that's a really good looking belt.
Yeah, that's my personal favorite one. What about you?
I don't have a favorite like on any of that. I think they're all cool, man. Like, I don't really, like, I've never, like, I'm not like that I'm not too drawn to that end of things.
Yeah.
I'm just as somebody, like, I think any championship like I've seen or had, like, that looks good. I'm not like, I don't think I've ever looked at a championship and like, oh my God, that's hideous. Or like, I just really don't, I quite frankly, I just don't care too much on it. Like, not like in a good, I just kind of, it's not my company. If I had my own championship, I would create it how I wanted to create it. And like, so I'm just kind of like the IC title. I have that. I go, that looks cool. I like it. Like, I don't really, I'm just like I'm pretty positive in general, like, on things. I'm just like, I don't waste too much energy on that end of things.
Yeah, on that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And just the last question, like, during the time you was there and stuff, who would you say was like the hardest person to not break character around? Because I feel like Santino Marella, he was like a real funny dude. Like, a couple other dudes where it's like, dude, like, I will have no choice but to crack up because they're just hilarious,
Yeah. Oh, he's one of my favorites. I wrestled him. We did. So I don't think we did anything really on TV. He was there briefly. He was still there when I was there, but he was kind of coming to an end.
Yeah, and not to cut you off real quick, but it's just crazy. I just watched the interview, and it's crazy how that voice was just a makeup voice. That's not even his real voice.
Yeah.
That shocked me. That shocked me completely.
He's a great actor, man. He's a legit, like, he can take care of himself too. He's a tough guy, and so but he has no ego. He's very humble, and he understands it's physical acting, and he embraced that role that was asked of him, and he made it his own. And I think he's one of the greatest comedy characters and just characters in general. Like, I think he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Everyone was a monitor sellout whenever he was on TV or like on a live event.
Yeah.
Everyone would literally gather around and watch his match because you knew he was going to do something crazy to crack you up.
Yeah, the teacup party that he had in the middle of the ring with Sheamus.
Yeah,
that was fun. That was hilarious,
bro. He's like, I've been around it. Like when he goes into character like that, like he would definitely be like if I was being serious Ryback in 2012 and had to like really like do a segment with him, I would have to really focus. Like because he's the kind of guy though that will try to get you to laugh. To like, but that's part of that's what makes things really fun. Like with it, like I've had where you're like trying to keep a straight face, but your lip starts kind of like curling and like you're trying to like, He's probably the best, I would say, as far as because his character is very unpredictable with that. So.
Yeah. I feel like another one who was real funny, like a weirdly funny, was Goldust. I feel like he's another.
Oh yeah, he is.
When he did that segment with Booker T and The Rock, where he tried to act like The Rock, and The Rock was like, "Stop touching yourself!" Like that was just cracking.
That stuff was all gold, man. His best. I loved all that stuff. That version of him was money. All of them.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan is another one though that can sometimes, if you got to be careful. And me and him have had to do quite a bit of pre-tapes and different things, and like. We knew, but he's good. Like he knows if it's live, and like we know he knows not to mess around. But like if it's a pre-taped or something where he might, you have to be careful. Like if he thinks he can get away with trying to like be a little silly. So
I mean, I couldn't even imagine like if I was there to experience like it probably was good times, man. You got to experience it, so you know for sure. Like those are times you can't get back. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it's great memories. Great memories.
Yeah, and ever since last time we spoke, I don't know if you remember when we talked about the whole storyline with the Bloodline and everything going on, and you were telling me that it's getting even better. Like the turn it took, I have a different perspective since talking to you, and I'm looking at it like, wow, it is a great storyline, especially with the turn it took now. Just this previous pay-per-view, I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, that's what I think. They know where they're going with it. They have to have a conclusion to all of it, so. They're able to, and I think, Heyman's making comments that it's in the third inning or it's still like that. He's clearly in the know of probably where it's going, So but that alone too, just saying something like that's going to create even more intrigue and questions because so much has already gone on with it. Right. But it's like now too, like who's to say, like there's nothing they can't do with this. Like say the goal is to get it to WrestleMania. They're going to they have probably a game plan of how they're going to do that to keep this going and interesting. But like we saw Jimmy turn on Jay. So, that we're probably going to be able to get and then Jay, leaving. And I don't know what's going on with that as far as how long, but like now we can get eventually maybe a Jimmy versus Jay, but also like down the line, we still got Solo and Roman. We still have controversy there. Tension there.
Like that's going to be another big one.
That's going to be another month or two of build probably if they do that right. But who's to say that like what if it was something? What if Sami Zayn came back into the picture? Like we don't know. Like what if Sami turned on Kevin and became faithful because he desperately wants Roman's approval and turns heel? Like you don't know. Like they could do anything to keep this going, and like it can be interesting. So it's like who's going to join the NWO? Like. Maybe Tamina Snuka becomes involved. I don't know. Like, there's just we have the involvement with The Rock. We have Rikishi still. There's just different things they could do. And I just think it's good, man.
I think it's cool because I think that I'm pretty sure they realize it, but if they don't, it's just like, there's so many different routes you could go with it. Like you said, there's so many different people, you got like you said, The Rock, Rikishi. There's so many different ways you could go with it. You know what I mean? And I feel like,
I think too, like even man, if Cody and the buildup and say that the save for whatever reason, it was going to be if they were going to do something with Cody and Roman at WrestleMania or something. But like LA Knight is just continuing to getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. Like, what if there was something where LA Knight's the one that does it? Like that's. Exactly. I'm telling you, it could be. They're going to have their options with this, so they've done a fantastic job.
The only thing about it that I like the way I see it is like, okay, like I feel like once the story does have its wrap up and there's like another champion, it's just like I can't see Roman Reigns no other way than that that the man, you know what I mean? And you get what I'm trying to say there? Like, what else can he do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I just think that he's done a great job as this character, this version of himself.
Yes.
But I think so before that, though, it's just simply adjusting the character. I never really could have pictured him other than Roman Reigns in the vest before. Yeah. And then I remember when he came out without the shirt, it was kind of awkward. It felt a lot different. Like he was nowhere near what he is right now. But exactly. They kept going. They kept going 1 month after the other. And then this tribal chief thing really came together. And now it's his identity. But this role, like sometimes when you play a role so good, you can get pigeonholed into people not seeing you as anything else. Yeah. I think though he'll be able to. I think he's going to have options. I think he easily can have a huge babyface run again as a newer, like with a modified version of everything.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like me personally, I feel like the way he's portrayed it, like he kind of has like how people like the Jesus look, with the long hair, the big beard, and it just, I feel like it goes so right with that character because he's looked at like the God, and then it's like he has that look that people say the God of this world has. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, man.
No, he has his look. He's got this whole thing down. Like everything he's done with it is from just the way he conducts himself, and he is doing his best work by far. Yeah. Like,
would you say that that's somebody that you will be willing to work with? If you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think anybody would want to. Roman, I think again, if you're throwing out any issues with WWE, I think if you just go from a storyline standpoint, Ryback versus Roman, the Shield cost me the WWE Championship multiple times. There's a built-in story of me wanting revenge. If that was ever, but it's never going to happen. But from a storyline standpoint, there is actually a built-in story there. But other than that, that's it.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's all, man. I just wanted to come in, check in. Like I said, it's just the last time we spoke, you gave me a different perspective on how to look at that story. And also wanted to let you know, that was my biggest thing, was letting you know like how much I respect you and respect the fact that you don't give up. You keep pushing harder and harder, and everything's going to work out just in your favor, bro. Just,
Thank you, bro. No, I've already gotten this far. I already know I'm so close, so I've just got to finish it. We're going to.
I can't wait to turn the TV on and be like, he did it. And I remember all them times I was listening to his podcast and he said it was going to happen. And my bad for the cursing. He did it,
Thank you, brother. It's going to just one day at a time, and we're going to get there. And I thank you very much for the support.
Exactly. All love from New Jersey to you, man. Take care. Have a good day. And I hope you have a good rest of the week.
You too, brother. Thank you. Stay safe.
Take care, man. All right.
Bye-bye. Good deal. Thank you. Thank you. I always appreciate the love and support, guys. With that, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap up today's show. We've got to get a lot of work here done. I thank you all. As always, please check out my Feed Me More Nutrition over on feedmemore.com. Save 20% discount code FEEDME20, FEEDME20 to get 20% off and get a free shaker bottle with your orders, guys, over on feedmemore.com. We've got all the Ryback merch, workout accessories, and the best supplements on the planet. I hope you guys all have a great day. We're going to go ahead and let me see. Hold on one second. Go ahead and shell shock a guy out right before the end of the show. I appreciate all the love and support, guys. I hope you guys have a great one. And until next time, my friends, stay hungry. Feed me more. Hey, Rybackers, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and shell shock those notifications for the best supplements on the planet with Feed Me More Nutrition and all the latest cool new Ryback merch. Visit feedmemore.com.